Over the last 24 hours, we've seen the entire crypto market explode in value. Bitcoin has surpassed $56,000 per coin. Ethereum has surpassed $3,200 per coin. And we've seen the entire crypto market surpassed a $2 trillion market cap for the first time in years. And a lot of people are now questioning, is it the time to be taking profits? Should you be switching some of your money from Bitcoin and Ethereum into some of the smaller cap altcoins? And what exactly is going on? So one of the most important things in the crypto market that I don't see anyone talk about, something that I always have used in previous bull markets, has been with Google Trends. Google Trends is one of the simple, most easy to understand tools out there. But if you look at Bitcoin on Google Trends, you could see this is the most underrated indicator for Bitcoin. And you can see that we are nowhere near the top, because in previous bull markets, every single time the retail investors and general public have started to get involved in Bitcoin, you see a lot more people searching Bitcoin on Google. And that is not happening at all. You can see we are nearly at 5-year lows for retail investor interest. So right now, it's really driven by institutional investors, which is a great sign. That's where a lot of the money is, but we haven't seen that massive FOMO, that massive frenzy of all your friends, all your family, everyone talking about Bitcoin, and that is when I would start taking profits. When you start seeing Bitcoin on Google Trends start to spike, and you start seeing everyone asking you about it, because right now, that's simply not happening. Right now, most of the interest is from institutional investors, and while this is something that's really good, we've seen the overall crypto market surpass a $2 trillion market cap, and Bitcoin surpassed $56,000 per coin. I would say that we are nowhere even close to the top of this market. Yes, we're definitely going to see corrections from time to time. We haven't seen a 30% correction in the last few months now, and every single bull market, it's bound to happen. But over the long term, this bull market is priming to be one of the best and largest in the entire history of Bitcoin. Because if we're looking at overall and looking at technicals, you can see that Bitcoin just broke above a key resistance of right at $53,000 per coin. Earlier in the day, we blew through this resistance, and we have now almost entered a price discovery mode, because we are starting to approach record high prices, starting to approach $60,000 per coin, and the only level of resistance we really have left is going to be that $60,000 per coin. I would expect us to definitely have a retracement in the short term. I wouldn't use a lot of leverage if you're going to get into crypto right now. Like, I think if you're buying spot Bitcoin, spot Ethereum, you can't go wrong with that long-term dollar cost averaging. But if you're looking to use leverage and get into some leverage positions, I would be very, very careful right now. One coin, though, that I have been making a lot of profit from, we've talked about in previous videos, and that is Syncus. Because Syncus, when we first talked about it 2 months ago, was at a $7.8 million market cap, less than $10 million market cap. And what we're seeing right now is that it has officially surpassed a $50 million market cap. It's at a $53 million market cap. And if you look on Etherscan, you can see that they have blown through 9,000 holders. When we first talked about them, they had just a couple thousand holders. Now there's over 9,100 holders for Syncus. And if you're not familiar with this project, I'll link all of our other videos down below, but I'm extremely bullish on this project. I think it could easily reach a $1 billion market cap during this bull market, and that would be a 20x from where we're currently at. So if you're looking for some smaller altcoins to get involved in, this is one of them that is a pretty big bag in my position. If you go ahead and look on my MetaMask wallet, you can see that this token right here represents, in this MetaMask in particular, in this wallet in particular, I have 8 million Syncus tokens. I also have Syncus tokens staked, but I have over $100,000 of this token. So I'm telling you this because I personally own this token. I haven't sold any. You can look at my wallet address. You can track everything. I don't plan on selling it at least until it reaches a $500 million market cap, starting to take some profits there. But there's a lot of exciting announcements going on with this. They haven't even rolled out their borrowing and lending platform just yet. That's going to add a lot of leverage to the system, the overall token. That's going to help increase the price dramatically, in my opinion. And I could talk about this project forever, but we'll just check out the other videos if you want to see it. But when we're talking about Bitcoin, if you still are looking for more of the safer investments, something with a little bit more return, but isn't a little bit less return, but a little bit more safe. With Bitcoin, we've seen that a lot of news has been happening recently because Microstrategy just bought $155 million of Bitcoin in the last 10 days. According to a recent SEC filing, they acquired an additional They acquired an additional good amount of Bitcoin at an average price of $51,813 per coin. So they acquired right around $155 million of Bitcoin. This brings their total to 193,000 BTC acquired. They purchased these for around $6 billion. Now they valued at over $10 billion. They've made a massive profit, almost $5 billion in profit. And Michael Saylor and Microstrategy say they're not selling anytime soon. They're going to continue to buy forever, and they're never going to sell, because you could see that they almost have a total of 1% of the total supply of Bitcoin, and he just says that this is the end game. This is what they're going to be buying forever, and they're never going to sell. In addition to MicroStrategy, we've also seen there have been record high inflows for spot Bitcoin ETFs. Spot Bitcoin ETFs have seen massive inflows, actually the highest daily volume ever for spot Bitcoin ETFs. So we can see that the new 9 spot Bitcoin ETF volumes reached a new daily high. We saw $2.4 billion of volume on February 26th. This was beating the prior record of $2.2 billion, which was established the very first day of trading. So imagine this. First day of trading, a lot of hype, a lot of people talking about it. That drove around $2.2 billion of trading volume. Now, just on a regular day, regular old Monday, we saw $2.4 billion of trading volume. And this is something that people are expecting to just continue to increase more and more long term as we see institutions realize the value of Bitcoin long term, because whether you like it or not, a lot of companies invest into, hedges against inflation. And whether you think Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation or not doesn't really matter. Ultimately, Bitcoin is outside the traditional financial system. Not one government can just go ahead and print more if they wanted to, which we've seen a lot of governments all around the world do. So that's something that is going to attract a lot of institutions, a lot of, funds, investment funds to Bitcoin. Last thing I do want to go over with this is when we're looking at these new 9 Bitcoin ETFs, we could see that some of them had over $1 billion in volume in a single day. For example, we saw that BlackRock's IBIT saw over $1.29 billion on February 26th. We saw Fidelity came in second, where they had over $576 million of volume. You could also see that GBTC was up there as well. It's always up there. That's one of the standards. It's been around the longest, $817 million. ARKB saw $261 million. We've seen just a massive spike of volume, and this is showing that institutional demand is continuing to be there despite retail investment interest for Bitcoin being at yearly lows. This is just proven. So if you're wondering whether or not you should get into Bitcoin right now, I'd say, look, if you're looking to do a leverage trade, be careful, because Bitcoin could very well see a 20-30% correction from where it currently is in the short term. Long term, nothing to worry about. So if you're looking for a leverage trade, be careful. If you're just looking to do spot or just buy like a spot Bitcoin trade, a spot Ethereum trade, nothing wrong with dollar cost averaging at these prices. Other thing is that I've been shifting a lot of money into altcoins recently. As you guys saw, I have over $100,000 in Syncus right now. It has been growing exponentially. I think it's going to surpass 10,000 holders within the next 48 hours. So there's a lot of things going on in the overall crypto market. I would keep an eye on Bitcoin, Ethereum, seeing that correction potentially take place, being prepared for it. Also being prepared for long-term, seeing well over $100,000 Bitcoin in the next, 12 to 18 months from now.